So I came out here today. Today is like Saturday the 17th of November. Came outside today, or I woke up and I saw this crap and I was just deflated. The wind was taken right out of my sails when I saw all this snow. I had the desire to come out here and rake and pick up leaves. I came out here last night and I've got this big old pile of leaves right here that need to get disposed of. I had the desire to put my compost bin together, but it just is not going to happen today. So I decided I'm going to switch my gears up just a little bit, and I would like to pull this bad boy out, this R92. I'm going to see if I can get the engine going, and then if that's the case, I'm going to start tearing it down so I can clean it up and get it restored. So here's the machine. This is an R92. I'm pretty sure it's a 1986. It's got a 400cc Briggs motor, 11 horsepower. It's got electric start. It's got the battery there. It's an old machine, hasn't run in a lot of years. I want to start this thing up and see if I can get it going. And if I can get the engine going, I'm going to pull the engine off and clean it all up. So let's get to this. So the first thing I want to do is take the seat off so I can kind of see what's going on with these loose wires right here. And I'm not sure which leads go to the battery or what, or where the starter wire is, or where I see the key here. So I want to take the seat off so I can kind of inspect and see what's going on there. Oh look, it's missing the bolt that goes right there, so that's a bummer. So I've got a pretty interesting looking system here. And I see the starter down under here. I see the solenoid there. Here's the positive lead from the battery. I'm not sure what this thing is. That looks like possibly a transmission. This is chain driven. So I want to check the oil. I'm going to put a little bit of gas in the carburetor and kind of go from there. See if there's any oil in this machine. Okay, so there it is. You can see the oil's right there. It's not even in the hash marks. Okay, so I've just found some oil in my garage here. This is some 5W30. I don't really care what oil I'm putting in there because it's not going to be in there for very long, because I just want to see if this thing will start. So hopefully I can get some oil in there without spilling it everywhere. I have no idea how much I'm going to need. Just going to put a little bit in there. So it's full. It's up past the hash mark. So I'm going to take the gas can off, and so here's the gas feeder tube here. I'm going to take the gas can totally off. Oh man! Ow! Well, that hurt. ET still runs round 2. Should just be able to take this off like that. And look at that, there's no gas in there. I want to try to clean this gas tank out a little bit, so I'm going to put some fuel in there and switch it around. Kind of clean it up a little bit. This should just be non-ethanol fuel here. I'm going to put some in there. Okay, so I switched that around a little bit. So that should be good. Okay, so let's take her back in, put some gas in it, try to fire it up. It kind of sucks that it snowed, but it's melting fast, so I may be able to get my crap done next week with the leaves. I still need to do my final winterizer fertilizer as well. So put the gas can back on the machine. I'm gonna put some gas in the tank itself. I'm going to put a little bit of gas down in the carburetor right here. Like that. Oh, that's way too much. Put a lot of freaking gas down there. All I should have to do is touch the solenoid post right there to the positively charged cable. And it should start. Just want to make sure I'm in neutral so this thing doesn't go flying. The key should be on like that. I'm going to try it down here. So that's going to work. So I took the positive off of this battery. And I'm going to hook up this like that. So now I'm just going to touch this to that, and it should fire the engine. That's pretty arky and sparky right there.
Just minding my own business. Bam! Hit me hard right from the back. I was glued to my seat. I was like, whoa! I could see the car in front of me. I was about to hit him, so I kind of veered off this way. Run into the electrical pole. The wires come down. Boom! And then arc, bam! That fire was coming everywhere. It was arcing, sparking, blowing up.
I don't know if this battery's too big or what, but I don't really like doing that. Well, that wasn't too bad. A little bit scary, but I saw gas coming out of there. So I poured quite a bit of gas down in the carburetor there, probably a little bit too much. But it was turning over, so that was a good sign. So I'm going to try it again. So that was pretty awesome. I got it to fire up. I just don't know how to kill it. So I've got the hot line from the battery right on the starter, and then you just touch the the other side of the hot right onto the battery, and it should start. I need to spray some starter fluid in there, and the engine should go. So I'll put a little starting fluid in there like that, and then touch this here. So would you look at that? That's like a freaking 30-year-old machine started. It probably hasn't run in like 15 or 20 years, and I just got that thing going with minimal work. So let's try that just one more time. Put a little starting fluid in there. It should just run on its own with the gas that I put in the tank, but it's not working. So that's a sweet deal there. So now I know that the engine is going to run. The carb is obviously gonna need to be cleaned. We love a good carb clean in this house. So I'm gonna start tearing this puppy apart and getting this thing cleaned up so we can fully restore it. So the key is, if you're gonna do it like this and hook a hard line to the starter, and then you're going to touch the positive line of the jumper cable to the battery. The key is you got to take it off as soon as it cranks over so it doesn't strip the gear on the starter. So if you leave this on there, it's just going to keep the starter going, and it's like you're holding the key down constantly when you are cranking it, and you don't want that. So put a little in here like that. Okay, so that's a success. The engine starts, I know it starts. Now it's just a matter of taking everything apart, cleaning it totally up, taking the carb off, and I kind of want to take everything apart, get them sandblasted, repaint everything, nice new shiny paint, clear and clean everything up. And then hopefully I can get some of these decals and kind of fix it all up and make it look like it did when it was new, short of this little battery thing. I think I'm going to leave that on the outside there. I like that idea of being on there. So anyways, that is going to be it for today. As I continue to make progress, I'm going to update you. So the first thing I wanted to do was just kind of see if I could get the engine going, and that's a success. So there is a hope with this machine that I can get this thing restored and looking and working for us. So anyways, thanks for watching my videos, and I will see you in the next one.